The old bull of a bard, Mattern, snorted and pawed at the ground. Where was Wedge? Someone told him this snow was now falling real fast. That old fool is off freezing somewhere. I'll not stop till he's found. Susan could not calm down the old bull, who gave yet one more blast. Star knew better than worry. She knew that from years now long past. But stern Court was concerned too. He thought that he maybe should stop these few guests from departing. Outside now he yelled at the last, but his cry, far from reaching the sleigh at the gate, was atop that the wind spun in loops and in circles, only far up the hollow to drop. Well, I guess we had better go look for my dad, Court said then. But first tell me, where's Jewel and y'all? Lingenfelters have went. At that moment the pair reappeared at the door. Mattern counted to 10 in the time no one spoke. Jewel and y'all did not blush, were not bent, but stood proud in the knowing that what they had done had been meant. And even stern Court did not know just what words he should speak. Though he might not have known it, the warrior could not even dent the great shield of their love. It's your grandfather Wedge that we seek. It exploded y'all's heart when he saw tears of fear start to roll down Jewel's cheek. I'll find him. I'll track him, y'all shouted, and out through the door, by the glow of the lights from the horns from the house and the inn, he could see that the old man had climbed to the brow of the hill, but no more could be seen for the bare windswept ground, and then into the ice of and then into the lee of the hill snow had drifted and filled in his tracks. Could it be? Like a madman, y'all ran toward the mountain to catch the old man, who slept sound like a baby, curled up in the hay feeder. He had no thought of dark cold, but was dreaming he had a good tan, and was prone on a beach in Brazil, right beside a stack girl named Ann. We had best check the buildings all. My dad is weird, but not dumb. And you, Mattern, said Court, you sit down now and cool off a bit. Huff, 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 went old Mattern. Court, why don't you sit on my thumb? And with that, the bold bard grabbed his coat. He was pretty well lit. He stormed out in the snowstorm and circled the inn in a fit. Like a freight train he roared, like a big bull he bellowed for Wedge. But he shortly was back in, so winded he thought he should sit. Well, get going, for God's sake. Why do you all stand there and hedge? They all put on their coats now, but Mattern, who sat at the wits of his edge. Oh, I'll find him, said Star, never showing the fear that she felt. Jewel, you stay with your grandmother, Court said. Don't let her look far. When I find him, said Star, he'll get smacked with his very own belt. And you, Mattern, said Susan, should know that we just closed the bar. Now Jewel lighted a lantern, and out in the night she and Star. They would go to the barn. It was close, and they knew he was there. A disgrace that the fun of this night he'd so mar, and thus give them that loved him the fright of a terrible scare. My, oh my, but it's cold, Star thought. Venture the mountain tonight he wouldn't dare. But Jewel and Star pushed wide the great barn door. They slipped inside, then closed it for the cold, and left outside the snow and wind that tore through field and woods, this wind that roared and rolled. Jewel, shine the light from the lantern that you hold, and show us Wedge. Wedge, tell us where thou art. Well hid, Wedge slept a sleep of depth untold, but as he slipped, he cut a vicious fart. I know that sound, said Star. He's here, I'll bet my heart.